So I sat there and I went, huh. I thought because I always thought it was one of his Western movies.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, so I'm like waiting for the gunfight. And I'm like, well, that's taking off a long time to get there. And then I sat there and I went,
that's why I told you guys the last time. It's not really a Western.
Well, I mean, it's best. It's in Western times, so.
That's about as close as it gets.
I was going to say that's about it.
I've watched this movie way more than 15 times because it is always on fucking TV.
Oh God.
Really? McLintock?
Yes.
It's definitely a fight.
McLintick?
I would rather. Honestly, I would rather watch 2 hours of paid programming than watch this movie again.
When we start, we all need to say it a different way.
Okay.
It's going to happen
so,
anyway.
Elijah?
I'm just going with how I wrote it.
McLintock?
That's how I was told it was McLintick.
You want to say McLintock?
Actually, I'm going to say McLonack.
McLonack, all right. McLintick? McLonack.
It's all said different ways so many times.
See, I wanted to call him Big Maclaughn.
I just was
GW.
I call him Big Maclaughn.
That's what I did. GW. I just went GW.
That's how he is in my notes. He's GW.
I just went GW.
Big Maclaughn. We all get drunk. Big party.
Where's the whiskey?
Where's the whiskey?
Big party. No whiskey, we out.
Poor Ching or whatever the fuck his
No
name
whiskey, we go.
Ching, you got to stay in the house. Or are you talking about, that was the Indian guy.
No.
Davey?
I'll cut your pigtail off.
Was it Chang? Was that his name?
Chang, the Asian dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got to live in the house. At least he's like, you're family now. You don't gotta work.
I be family. I fight. I drink.
Oh God, that's so racist.
Cut his pigtail off.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying.
So goddamn.
And a positive note
I don't
for him,
cook jelly. I don't cook jelly dessert. God damn.
On a positive for him, he got to live in the house.
I'd be
he
one of the
wasn't
family.
treated like shit.
All right, let's start this bad boy off.
The people that get the worst treatment in the movie's women.
Oh yeah. I mean,
there's not one, but 2 spankings.
I'm giving every single one of you an iron shovel for Christmas.
my dad always said, you can't talk nice to him. After a while, you gotta beat the shit out of him.
He grabbed that iron shovel, but he's not gonna whack. Oh my God, he's whacking her with the shovel.
Well, it's just like. All right, let's start this bad boy off.
He did.
Yeah! People!
Aren't you frisky?
Are you saying people or people?
People.
Wants to find the peoples.
2.5 minutes.
He did have to get the other one set up.
I have wanted to say that forever. Just to get people's attention.
Just in general.
Just to
You
get
just
people's
wanted
attention.
to say that.
Every time someone's like, we need to get some people's attention. If it's at work, I'll do it. And then everyone literally pays attention because they're like, what the fuck was that? But not for the reason I want them to pay attention.
We are the Poster Podcast. I am Elijah.
I'm Ken. Hello.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Louis, or Louis, whichever way you want to pronounce it, like McLintick.
Or LO.
Hello. Say hello.
Hello!
It's too long.
Actually, it would be LA. His first and middle.
Yeah.
I don't know what your middle name is, so...
It's wow.
I really don't. Do you know what my middle name is?
Never cared.
Bill Bob.
There you go, motherfucker.
Tyler Bill Bob Elliott.
Is that really?
No,
Oh, Tyler, what is your middle name?
Jason.
Oh,
Really?
really?
Yes.
Tyler J.
We're
Hubert?
gonna say
What's your last name?
Hubert.
Everybody's
Jaeger.
My
Tyler-
new last name is Hubert. I am Tyler J. Hubert.
Tyler J. Fry.
I like that better.
Fry, like.
Tyler J. Simpson.
Farnsworth.
I'm changing your name to Philip. How you doing, Philip?
So I've gone from Paco to Philip.
I really want you to be Fry from Futurama. That's what I want.
Paco Philip Fry.
I've watched an awful lot of it.
With your turtleneck, you look like you're about to announce some sort of new iPhone.
I'm Steve Jobs incarnate. I'd like
Turtleneck is a good look, Tyler. It suits you.
Good.
I'd like to introduce everyone to the iPhone Rocky 8.
The iPhone Rocky 8. Here you go. Hit the buttons.
Hey Siri, tell me the direction. Hey, but you want to go to that? Hey, you want to go to that? All right, you lost, kid. You lost.
None of that's going to be coherent, and it's great. So we watched
McLintick?
McLintock.
McLonack.
Big
Big
Maclaughn?
Maclaughn.
Big Buckland in the sky.
Oh God.
Big party. We all get drunk. Where's the whiskey?
No whiskey.
Ken, do you want to read the plot synopsis?
I love the plot synopsis.
Wealthy rancher G.W. McLintock uses his power and influence in the territory to keep the peace between farmers, ranchers, land grabbers, Indians, and corrupt government officials.
This should have been.
Does he really?
Not really.
GW gets drunk, beats wife, credits.
Kind of whores out his daughter, or like lets his, like, he really has no respect for his daughter. Like, in a sense where, like, you know what I mean? Like, the guy was like pursuing his daughter, and he's like, oh yeah, you want to fuck my daughter? And, like, you know what I mean? Like, this dude was like all about letting all these other
No, he wanted his new hired hand to do the dirty to his daughter, not the imbecile that tripped over his luggage.
Oh, not the who has a college degree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
He's
it's
probably,
just
oh, he was definitely.
No, he had Junior has a college degree.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
A college
And he lettered in college in Glee Club.
I didn't remember that part. I went,
where Dev only was on the boxing team because he didn't graduate because his dad got sick.
I thought
He had to go back.
I thought he could. His dad couldn't afford it.
No, it's a little bit of.
Well, I think the reason why he ran out
Hold
of money
up.
and had to drop out was because his dad got sick.
Almost Christmas time, Dad was dead.
That's a Debbie Downer.
start off.
Hey, it's Moe's! Does that mean you got his rocking chair?
Thanks for the hospitality of your rocking chair, ma'am.
I was about to say, coming out of the movie with that same guy. The picture's eyes move in this scene. It's creepy.
What picture?
For the opening credit sequence,
Oh,
the animated
yeah.
pictures
So-
and the cow's eyes just go whoop whoop.
So I watched it through Comcast.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's free on their like on demand stuff. The opening credits weren't the same, and they changed a line, and we'll get to it, which made me very sad.
Was it because it was kind of racist?
Was it because
No,
D wanted the
they
problems?
nixed the word hell.
Oh.
That was it.
Really?
Yeah. So we'll get to it.
I watched the free version of this movie on Vudu,
Oh.
and the picture quality was kind of garbage.
I watched it on Amazon Prime.
I got a DVD at Target.
Well,
Because
we all
watch.
watched it in different ways,
ways.
just the way they pronounce the name differently.
As many ways as the name gets pronounced. We had formats to watch it.
As many times as I've watched this movie, I've never picked up on that.
They say it wrong so many times.
Uh-huh.
It's so.
You
blatant.
never noticed that they call him McLintick?
No, now at this
McLintock.
point when I watch it, it's just on like autopilot through the movie.
I got you, because I was like, did I pronounce this wrong? Have people been pronouncing this wrong this entire time? And they're like, McLintick, and I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, that's a dumb name if it's McLintick.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, his name's stupid. I'm just calling him GW.
Well, and it's easier to it's easier to write or type for that matter.
The sad thing was I didn't start using GW as writing until like near the end. The kids race for hats
Yeah, why do they want the hat? What's the deal with the hat? I didn't get
Because
it. I
he's
didn't
a-
understand.
because he throws hats.
He's a big name, and they think it's cool because he's the big guy around town.
He's
Because
never
that-
missed.
He's never missed his
At
hat.
like,
on-
what is it, over a year that he's never, or is it?
I forget how.
Do
many
they give him his hat back?
No,
No.
they keep it.
He lets them run up his house, climb up his house. I'd have been, motherfuckers, you get off of that house right now, I'm gonna beat
I
some
mean, you know how
ass.
many
I said
times
his
he's
hat
ever...
fund must be
Yo, yeah, the guy who owns the hat business is making bank. You know what I mean? It's like...
That's why the store owner's so
Because
nice
he's
to
ordering
him.
He's ordering the same hat.
Yeah, he's
Store guy's probably just like, yes, that's why I'm friends with him.
I have controlling interest in Stetson.
Dave Cow. Well, steer. Moo. That's all I have written. Because they were doing their...
As they're coming
they're
into
doing this
town,
cow
he's
thing,
like
so-
riding his wagon through his cow herd.
Yeah. I just like, ooh, cow. No, steer.
All the way to Kansas City.
I noticed, or it seemed to me that there were two different cameras used there. Like, all of a sudden, at least, they're here again, this might just have been just the weirdness of the version that I was watching. But it got darker. Like, the color palette...
No!
The color depth noticeably changed when they showed the herd for the first time. I'm like, those cows aren't really there.
Yeah, that was stock footage.
Yeah.
But then they show... It's the same... They show him, like, riding up through the...
Yeah, they bring him in through a cow thing, but then they have
yeah,
I think the above shot is a stock footage shot.
I assumed that it
Maybe.
was
No, I think you're right because
it's two different cameras.
No, because there are point in times when I watch this movie where like you can really tell you could really see the difference in their makeup. You know what I mean? Like where they're at, and then there's other times where like it's like you can't really tell the difference. So I can definitely. Maybe they had an HD camera back then, like the Predator.
Time travels.
It was what's the lowest quality? Like 330p.
Andrew V.
I thought it was 320.
Came
Maybe
across with
320.
his camera, went back in time to grab an HD camera, and was like, "Here we go, McLintick." They're all
Big Maclaughn.
Everybody will pronounce it right for years to come.
God.
I think TV even pronounces it McLintock.
What year was this
Well, that's
movie?
the name.
made?
It's actually
63.
pronounced
It came out in
McLintock.
63.
Okay.
Douglas seems like an asshole or a rabble rouser. I haven't decided yet.
Milk of Human Kindness sounds like a porno, Wade.
Hey.
I gave Elijah my milk of human kindness. He liked it.
Sounds like assault.
It was.
He liked it.
He receives a letter from Catherine. Who the fuck is Catherine?
Katie.
And why does everybody care?
Back to. Okay, no. Well,
Okay.
I'll just when we get later on to the. I just have a question. So we'll figure it out.
Well, I'll figure it out.
Cause
Maybe Tyler has an answer to your other question.
maybe.
I might, as much as I've watched this damn thing.
Does he answer the fucking lipstick question about the fucking red lipstick?
No, because why does it matter?
Why does anything matter in this movie?
That's literally his response. Why does it matter? But he doesn't answer it.
So does that mean did McLintock then step out on his wife?
Maybe. Probably.
So it seems.
Did you see the woman? She needed a spanking.
No, well, Tyler. It sounds like you like to beat your wife.
I don't have a wife.
Well, that's probably why. Because you would beat her.
I do beat my cats.
He does.
Only when they misbehave. We get the flash water. Right now they're getting fucked up on catnip, so.
Well, apparently his daughter is coming into town, and an argument on where she will live after her visit.
Well, don't fucking call her Becca. I'll tell you that right now.
Becky.
Becky. Whatever the fuck her name. It's goddamn Rebecca, alright? You better say it right, and you better say it clear. Rebecca McLintick.
Rebecca! I hate that name.
Becky. He hates Becky. She likes Rebecca.
Rebecca McLintick.
Becky will stay here. Rebecca! I hate that name. Maureen O'Hara.
Is this when they told the Asian guy that he's good to go, that he can live in the house?
No, this was before that.
We haven't gotten to Devin Warren.
Yeah, we're jumping all over the
We're
place
still
again.
in the town with the steer. He hasn't gone home yet. Now I have Devlin Warren. That's my next note. Devlin Warren gets a job and then tries to punch McLintock, McLintick. I don't know who people are called.
Get down off of that horse.
Yeah, and he just like throws him against the horse. And
It was great.
He falls
And the
to the
horse
ground.
doesn't move. The horse is like, what the fuck?
Well, no, it's because that horse weighs 3 times as much as that guy does.
Horse is like,
Did he just chuck a human at me?
How old was John Wayne when this happened? Because I feel like this is like the John
40s,
Wayne. I feel like this is the
40s, 50s?
John Wayne I've always seen. Because he does call someone the Pilgrim.
This is
He
prime
does.
John Wayne. This is
This is
This
like
This is John Wayne Prime.
okay.
This is not John Wayne old. This is not John Wayne young. This is right.
This is the
This
John
is
Wayne
the
that
sweet
everybody.
spot
This is
John
the
Wayne.
John Wayne that everybody remembers.
Yeah.
yes. This is
Okay.
he was born in 07, so he would have been in his
1960.
mid 50s.
God, that's crazy. Because it's just like
56. He would have
the
been
Damn, I
choreographed.
was close.
Well, the choreographed fight scenes in this are great.
Oh,
The fighting is you know.
There's some really fun fights in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Like the fight with the
uncle?
aristocrat and Devlin Warren, and then it turns to the uncle and Devlin Warren.
Yes.
That's a good fight.
Ben Jr.
Yeah.
Young Ben, Young Ben. Because we have Young Ben and we have Junior, and it's important to keep them separate because they are different.
He just, I think McLintick has the hots for Warren's mom.
She
She's a
makes
MILF.
really good biscuits. And, as Lewis stated, she's a MILF.
Yes, a mom I like to friend.
Facebook. Hi, Mom.
Hi. Don't mind me over here across the street.
And
I'm just a-watching.
and
We're friends.
the ex-wife, or the wife who has re-entered the picture and has come in and said she's going to rule the roost.
She was in a Rio Grande, wasn't she?
I don't think so.
Maureen O'Hara was... No.
She worked with him before.
She's done a lot of stuff with John Wayne. They were like best buddies.
Were they? They were definitely knocking boots.
They were hitting the spurs.
Yeah. My
She showed off the McLintock.
well, my wife told me that
The McLintick.
my wife was telling me that like
Big
that
Maclaughn.
the little girl in the movie was John Wayne's daughter. She was in the background.
Possibility.
No. She
I
it's not.
believe, I believe your wife.
And then also his son.
Yep, Patrick
Yes,
Wayne was in...
Patrick Wayne is Devlin Warren, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't remember who he plays.
Patrick Wayne's Devlin Warren.
Okay.
So, talk about
That's
nepotism.
why he wanted the son to get the girl to get his daughter.
Wait, that would have been incesty, bro.
It's weird. Now this
In,
is weird.
in a different universe, he was like, "Yeah, my son's gonna fuck my
son's
daughter.
gonna get.
I didn't know this movie took place in
My
West
real life
Virginia.
son's gonna fuck my fucking stage daughter.
Go
all
get
right?
my stage daughter, son.
Oh, West Virginia.
Put them in the master bedroom. Bum bum bum. That's some odd music choice they're playing here.
Wait, did we get to the part where? Did we already pass the part where the people were talking about the government giving them land?
Oh no,
we
did.
passed
But
that.
do you have one mistake?
I'm just saying, I wish I was alive back then. 150 fucking acres. You know what I mean? These people.
Yeah, but 150 unfarmable acres to...
Yeah, they were giving them that they
Farm.
have to farm. No.
Even the government should know you can't farm over 3,000 feet above sea level.
That was the issue, is that they have to farm on it.
Oh. You can grow marijuana.
I think back then it wasn't a big deal.
Hydroponics.
I think that's what the Indians were growing.
little peyote.
Rebecca.
They were probably doing some peyote. Especially that one chief who was all about the whiskey. He was my favorite character.
He didn't care if he was going to get hung or not.
He
just
didn't.
like, hey,
Where's the whiskey?
Maclin.
That dude was the drunken
Great
master.
party.
Just going through those fights. Just
Where's the whiskey?
McLintock. Sorry.
He ain't afraid of nothing. I once thought that. Famous last words? Question mark. This is when I still thought it might have been a Western.
Yeah, when he's like, see a yellow streak running up and down him a mile wide.
What does that mean?
He's coward.
He's coward.
Oh.
Yellow. Yellow
they-
belly coward.
So they just calling all Asian people
Well,
cowards?
John Wayne was the coward. Now you're being racist.
Well, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, that, saying, forget it. Don't want to get this podcast taken off. I don't want to get this podcast taken off iTunes, so let's just skip over that.
just mosey on
Actually,
over.
you know what? Listen to that in the Patreon.
Green, envy. Red, anger. Yellow, cowardice or fear. Blue, sad.
Okay.
Blue sad.
Blue, sad.
Did you see the movie Inside Out?
I've seen a movie called Inside Out.
Yes, the cartoon. Not the pornographic movie that you watched.
And pink is for booby month.
Yes, and pink is for booby month.
Mm.
But
I
that was
love booby
October.
And
month.
I
So-
see why you are the way you are.
I am a 12-year-old Lewis.
This podcast is called How Many Times Are We Canceled?
Goodbye, everybody.
Feel your boobies!
Goodbye, everybody.
We're explicitly tagged. We're fine.
We are. As long as I remember hitting the button. Yeah.
That's all right. When I put it on the YouTubes, I hit the button every time. This is not for children.
Papa was a war hero. The medal was returned to Catherine. I thought that would play more of a theme, but it never did. It's a lot of things that I would like to call the MacGuffin, as Ken would put it.
What does that mean?
Well, it's not a MacGuffin, but
It's just things that I feel that are important,
But they're
aren't.
not. Oh, okay.
Nope. We need to do a scene here. How can we make this somewhat of a scene?
How can we extend this movie to be longer?
Here!
Than it should be?
This movie was an hour too long.
yes.
That's about right.
Yes.
I'd never feel that way when I watch this movie.
This movie? Yes. I could, like, The Searchers, I was like, okay, this movie was a little long. Then I watched this one and I was like, when's someone getting shot?
Oh, yeah.
You guys went into this thing with the wrong mindset.
Oh, it definitely did.
And then halfway through, I was like, oh, God, this is one of his romantic comedies. Oh, God.
A rom-com. This must have been like the first like draft of rom-coms.
This was the Western definition of a rom-com. Here's another one. The Indians kidnapped, quote-unquote, a girl. McLintock is off to figure it out.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty funny. I assume that girl was sucking that dude off. That's what I assume this girl was doing, because the horse ran off, and she came back all fucking willy-nilly. She's like, oh yeah, my horse ran off, Dad.
And the horse wandered away.
And the McLintock was like, yo, I know this guy. He's hung like a horse.
Even if he's not, she's this backwoods from nowhere farmer girl.
This is the point where something got censored that I was amazingly surprised. This is what we censored. He's now poking the gentleman in the gun with a shotgun, and he's telling him he's gonna.
Who's poking who?
John Wayne.
Okay.
John Wayne is being poked.
No, John Wayne is poking
Oh,
the
so this is
after.
so you're already after. Okay, so before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now he's poking the guy back with a shotgun, and he's telling him, he's like, and I ought to belt you one. And he pokes him again. He says, but I won't. Pokes him again. I won't. And he's supposed to say, ah, hell, I won't, and punch him. Except, for whatever reason they censored it, grabbed a line from any other John Wayne movie where he yells, watch out! And then punches the guy. And it made no sense right there.
Oh, yeah.
I was so pissed. I was like, why did we
I
censor
think
this
I remember the scene
line?
different because in the way he was going, he was, I won't, and then he throws the gun at the guy.
Well, after he'd thrown the gun at the guy,
he punched
fucking
him.
knocks him down.
Ah, hell, I won't.
Yeah, see, that line was as it was "Oh hell, I won't" in
that is weird that they censored it.
in the version that I watched.
Makes me as mad as when they take the line.
Yeah.
Makes me super mad, like when they take the line out of Blazing Saddles, where are the white women at?
Well, it makes me mad because it's like, so they blur out the line where they say, oh hell, but they don't change the line where the guy talks about legit just beating the shit out of your wife if she doesn't listen to you.
No, it's still socially appropriate to beat your fucking wife.
That doesn't make any sense. We won't say hell, but you know what? Fucking let him know. Let him know about if your lady steps out of line, okay? You can talk mean to her, but after a while, you know what my dad says? A fucking little bit of that.
From me to everybody, you can still beat your wife. It's okay. McLintick told us so.
Today you can get a McLonack here at the local spa.
as you get arrested.
Free with one shovel and a wife beating.
He got that from McLintick.
You got that from the McLintick.
Oh shit! I gotta get tested. I gotta go to the McLintick.
I need a McLonack.
Elijah, you gonna be upset if I drink another one of these?
Why would I be upset? I have
Okay.
There's another case physically sitting behind you.
You should send me one as well.
You're like barely halfway.
They almost hung that poor Indian.
Oh yeah.
When it was actually young Sam.
Young Sam just getting
Young Ben.
Oh, young
Ben
Ben
getting
It was
sloppy
young Ben.
toppy.
I guess I didn't know anybody's name.
It was young Ben. There are 3 significant background young men.
Young men.
There's
Young men.
Davy, the college-educated boy who laments perpetually about being yelled at for being an Indian, despite the fact that he is an Indian.
Always let the
forgot about
Indian
him.
do it,
The
not the
educated-
bookkeeper.
the one who went to college.
Yeah.
Not the college boy.
The one
Let
that-
the Indian
Well-educated,
do it.
well-spoken,
Yeah.
well-mannered But nobody cared about that. They judged him purely on the color of his skin.
Wow, seems like things haven't changed.
I thought that was the sheriff.
No.
Well, I don't remember.
He can't be a sheriff. He's an Indian.
No, the sheriff was not.
No, the sheriff was a
remember,
white guy.
He was the one. So when Rebecca got off the train, he offered to carry her bags.
Yeah, I remember that.
And wasn't that the educated Indian guy?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't the sheriff.
I thought it was.
No, the sheriff Lord always wore a black. He always dressed in black.
Yeah. Whereas
Davey always wore a suit.
All of the background characters, I didn't know who they were.
The second, the less important,
well, no, there's 3 then. There's 4.
There's 3.
No, there's
he's
4.
talking about young men, not the old.
Young men.
No, there's 4 young men.
4 young men?
Because if you're talking the Native American dude who's educated,
right?
Then you're talking about the one that treated the educated dude and fought and got into a fisticuffs with McLintock's daughter's fiance, right? So there's 4 young men, right?
There were 4. There are 3 background.
Oh, okay, you're right. Okay,
3 background.
that makes sense.
And
Dev.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dev is the main one.
Yeah, you're right.
And then there's 3 in the background.
Yeah.
Davey, young Ben, and Douglas Jr.
Okay, you're right.
Okay.
The tool bag.
Douglas Jr. the tool bag, young Ben the moron, and Davey the put upon minority.
The Indian.
I got fused 2 characters together into one. I thought that was the sheriff the whole time.
I thought the sheriff was the guy that was fighting the other guy. Like, I thought the sheriff was John Wayne's son at one point.
They looked more similar.
I thought that. Yeah, that's why I was like, okay. Well, I'm so confused until my wife was like,
dark-haired white guys.
Yeah.
I don't think
lantern-jawed.
I don't think Patrick Wayne ever had like a really illustrious
John Wayne
acting career.
Yeah,
well, he can't act.
He did.
He
can't act, but I guarantee you, he swam in boats of pussy.
Yeah, scroll up.
I never
I don't
really.
want to see the movies. I want to see his awards. Yeah, let's go.
Cool. Look at you.
And he won 2 other things. Yeah.
Does he have an Oscar?
I've been silent.
His dad has an Oscar.
He only got a gold probably because he was
John Wayne's
son.
Because I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, we talked about that one episode.
That dude cannot act.
The Searchers. I thought he did pretty good in this one.
In this movie, I thought he did. Yeah, I thought he did really well.
I thought he did pretty good.
Is he worse than other ones?
Here's the limits of my Patrick Wayne knowledge. I saw Searchers, which he was in,
and this movie.
Yeah, he's.
I've also only
looking...
noticeably known.
He's on Fantasy Island.
Did I say that right? Noticeably known.
They're playing. Was he that guy?
No. He did not shrink and then become that guy.
John Wayne's son. They're playing. Now that's who I think is gonna be.
He did turn to Michael Pena in the Fantasy Island movie.
Michael Pena, great guy.
Oh, I love Michael Pena.
Yeah, he's actually my hero.
He should be everybody's hero. After Ant-Man, he should be everybody's hero.
The fight starts. This fight is weird. There's people rolling in mud. This seems like the director's weird little
in the clay pit
thing.
I love it.
And many settlers get pushed down the hill into the mud hole.
Oh, Michael, great party. Where's the whiskey?
That guy, but then his wife. Are the feathers really that sharp? Like, is it really that?
It's a hat pin.
Yeah, it's
a hat pin.
Oh,
they're pins.
Okay.
They sharpen the bottom, and then you can stab them.
Okay, I did not know that. Yeah. I would thought that would, you know what I mean, like.
No, it's not like a feather that like flew off a bird, and then there it is. It's sharpened so that it would stay in your hat.
Gotcha.
It's a hat pin. It's engineered to go through the hat, through the hair, and through the hat again, or into the hair.
Ooh, that's gotta suck.
To keep your hat on your head when you ride a horse.
Yep.
You know, also, oh man, that would suck if someone hit it. You know, like when you hit the button on your baseball cap and it hits you on top of the head and it hurts?
Kind of, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
But I will say this, prior to all that, when you see them ride horses, I can't imagine all the hemorrhoids these guys must have gone through. Just with such, like, you know, you sweat in these pants and these horses, they're not subtle. I've ridden a horse one or two times. I can't imagine doing that every day.
I would love to ride a horse.
I praise these people.
The old McLonacks.
Yeah.
The rickets was a bad thing back in that time.
They got McLonack cream. Good old McLonack cream.
Get your McLonack cream here.
It solves all your ailments for your butthole.
The picture's him swatting his wife in the ass.
It's Steve Buscemi just lathering you up. Like in the Magnificent Six.
Catherine awoke with a black
What
eye.
was that ridiculous Six?
The whole town is apparently out for Rebecca's homecoming. Does this town have nothing to do?
Well, it's because, he owns half the town.
Yeah. But I don't go out for...
Well, I mean, they didn't have the internet.
This is the mayor's daughter. The mayor, the founder of the town, the mayor,
Is he the
everybody's boss.
Well, wrong. Everybody's his boss.
This is how
I was
important
about to
he
say,
is.
I know he's important, but
He
it's
is.
just like he's not the mayor.
But you got to realize
No, he's not the mayor, but he might as well be.
he did a weird like Lion King thing. Okay, because the one guy was like, oh yeah, why does this girl want me? I work for her dad. He's my boss. And he's like, listen, young Simba, all right? Yes,
Listen here,
you
Buster.
work. Yes, you work for me, but I work for America and all the butchers out here.
Look upon this young boy.
Look at all.
As far as the eye can see will be yours.
Everything, all the butcheries that the sun touches is what I feed them.
See all those cows, all this land is yours.
All my meat is yours.
That's basically.
What's that dark spot over there? Don't go over there. That's the Douglas farm. Don't look there.
I don't know that right
You don't want the Douglas meat.
It's dark over there.
The Douglas meat is not good.
They're the hyenas. That's what's
I've had it before. It's not good.
That's Fort Sill. We don't want to go there.
Elephant graveyard. I love how we turned that movie into Lion King.
That's what he did. He was like,
Even though the Lion King was after this.
well, maybe the Lion King got their
Their
idea from this scene from McLintock. They're like, guys,
I know what I want to do in this movie, and it is McLintock.
The people at the Disney company were just like, you know what movie we should do? Forget what this is actually based on, McLintock. Don't you mean McLintick?
yes.
Big Maclaughn.
But so we get it that McLintock gave his wife the black eye, right? Because
She got it in the brawl.
She got it in the foot.
Yeah, but she didn't get hit by anybody other than him. And the entire thing, remember? She's the one who poked him in the ass, and he was like, ah!
Yeah.
Well, then maybe
I
he
couldn't
did.
tell who
but...
the muddy people were in the pit.
There was one woman, Elijah.
I
woman.
saw the woman.
But I mean,
can't tell the men.
But the thing is, it's like she wasn't
I
getting
could
hit
see
by.
the feather poking.
She wasn't getting hit by anybody other than McLintock was the only one that pushed her down. You know what I mean? That like when she poked him, she was.
He went whoop.
Yeah.
And they all went, and she went down.
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you did that on purpose." I'm like, "Bitch, you just fucking stabbed him in the ass." So, I'm pretty sure McLintock
Beat
gave
his
her that
wife.
black eye.
To be fair, that was an accident.
As
opposed to the spanking that is not an accident.
Unlike the black eye Elijah gave me, it was not an accident.
You said the
Gave you
black
the
eye
black
or the black eye?
The black eye.
I gave you both, so I don't know which one.
Did he give you the black eye and the black eye?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, God. Let's just bleep
That
that
stripper
one
grandma
out.
went to the wrong house. Whoops.
Is that why Terry Crews showed at my house?
Just information: the Postermen do not do anything with sex trafficking. All right.
This wasn't sex trafficking. It was.
was
You
Terry
if you gifted him a black man, how do you?
It was Terry
Wait,
Crews.
Oh, sorry, human trafficking. I apologize.
Tell me, if Terry Crews showed up naked at your front doorstep, would you not be like, "Yeah, Terry, come in"?
No, I would call the cops. There's just a
It's
naked dude.
motherfucking Terry Crews.
I'm sorry, I don't
He's
have
got his
fantasies.
deodorant.
I don't have fantasies of Terry Crews at
Well,
all.
at the very least, Terry Crews, come on in, get out of the cold. It's
Right?
November in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Come on in.
So because it's Terry Crews, you would let him in. Just you could picture anybody else naked. Would you let them in? No. But
Who's
this
motherfucking Terry Crews?
No one said he was naked.
Here, Terry, have a towel.
I said he was a stripper gram, but I never said he was naked.
Poor Terry Crews. Brooklyn Nine-Nine must have not treated him well. Money, he must be hurting for money if he's going around door to doors as a stripper gram.
This podcast is all over the place.
It's okay, so is this movie. So.
We're just changing topics. It's fine. And Terry Crews is the MacGuffin.
Just a,
His MacGuffin gave me the black eye.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Where the hell was I?
Then
the Rebecca's homecoming thing.
Yes.
I love how the Indian just keeps ignoring the bureaucrats this whole movie. It makes me happy.
Yep, and the natives aren't having any government BS. I agree.
And then we also find out that the natives saved McLintick's life.
Yes.
And that's why he has like
And
a
they
soft
also hurt
spot.
him, too.
Well,
One tribe hurt him, the other tribe saved him. That's what I
I thought
got.
the same guy
No,
shot
the
him
same
and
guy
then
shot
saved
him
It was-
and returned him to the house.
it was one of those things where I think...
It was a good fight.
I think, yeah, the implication is...
Honorable fight.
That
Excuse me.
the build up to the fight and the fight, they came to respect each other. So yes, they fought, but because the fight was honorable and because
They settled the differences right there, and then it just the beef was done.
essentially, yes, and so after that they were able to come to an agreement and
Got you.
like bury the hatchet essentially and yeah and they were then they, like I said, then they came to respect each other and work together and even be friends.
Again, another part of the movie that just never goes anywhere is the Indians in their land. Like,
Yeah,
part.
Well, you know it does.
It does towards
That's-
the
Yeah,
end.
but
Like,
then
I
they
mean,
go
like
to
that was
jail.
like a.
They ended up still going to jail.
No, they get guns and they go off to fight.
Yeah, and then we
Yeah.
and then we kind of think. I mean, I
You
assume
don't get
that
resolution to that.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure like they die because McLintock was like, they're not gonna hold up a fucking fight. Like he was like, yeah, they're gonna get their asses whooped.
That's
But
Yeah, the implication, but they get to the
they're
implication is
they're able to fight, you know, to the last stand. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what they wanted. They didn't want
they get to go out on their own terms.
Yeah, they wanted to go on a bang. But was a reference so that did the one Indian almost kill McLintock when McLintock goes? If it would have been like a little bit higher.
Well, yeah, that was the fight.
Okay, all right. So he was
Yeah.
saying that if he would have shot me a little higher, I wouldn't even be breathing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
No. The implication is he got shot here. His heart is here.
Yeah.
If it had been a little bit higher,
Gotcha.
Bang.
They
Ugh.
wouldn't have had that.
Whoa,
Got it.
Ken, whoa!
This movie would have been an hour and a half shorter.
Oh God, yeah.
this movie wouldn't. Never mind.
Movie would have never happened
Had they
actually.
rode into
Right.
town and been like, huh. Then they would have rode out of town.
Well, actually, none of it would have happened because Rebecca would have never been born.
this movie.
The incest wouldn't have happened. The onstage incest.
And we wouldn't be talking about this movie.
West Virginia would have never become a state.
This party is going to turn to a fight. I just can feel it.
Wait.
They're
Oh,
playing the party, and then they're
you're
like,
right.
oh, the party, and then they kept mentioning the party. When, oh, this party's going to turn to a brawl.
what?
I can just feel it.
What's the Asian guy's name?
Oh.
Chang?
Chang?
Oh, I don't know.
Enter Asian racist name.
Oh, he was great though. He was great. Yeah, no more whiskey, you dickhead. Too many people.
Yeah.
And McLintock's like, all right, I'll get more whiskey.
The whiskey is gone. This is definitely going to turn into a rumble.
So much whiskey though. Like, I wonder how expensive whiskey was back then.
Potentially Ching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken, Google how much whiskey was back in whenever this movie was.
Oh no, I'm not doing
Google!
that.
Hey Google, how much was whiskey in 1939?
1939.
Is that when this movie takes place?
I don't know.
No.
No.
According to Business Insider, at a retail price of $10,125, this 40-year-old was bottled in 1939 and rebottled.
Not currently.
Along with the entire fine and rare collection
Shut up.
of 2002.
Boo, your Google
Does
fails.
anybody have $10,000?
No.
Maybe combined.
The kid and Becky are hitting it off. You can cut that sexual tension with a knife.
Oh my
Ah!
God.
So saucy.
There's another hour of this movie.
Yeah, that's what I paused and I was like, honey, what's going on? And I saw it and she was like, oh my God. And like I was told that the fighting scene at the mudslide was a good part, and then after that I was like, this shit needs to end.
See, I thought that scene went on for much too long.
It's called this movie. Now Warren is fighting two people. Rebecca's totally into him.
Oh, she's fucking so wet. Sorry.
She is so turned on by him fighting.
She's frightened yet aroused.
So that's
So
later.
no,
She's not. She's just
there's-
aroused.
She's just full out aroused.
She's just
There's
aroused. The
no
way
fear.
she's grabbing that pole and she's walking back and she's like, oh yeah.
I'm pretending this
Her
is
other
my
arm-
stallion right here.
But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't mind having an uncle like that. That dude took a fucking pummeling
He
and
did.
fucking wrecked this dude. I mean, this dude. And then I also like when John Wayne was like, oh yeah, we can't be doing this, hitting you in the gut, kicking you in the knee.
JW,
fucking pulling
you
your nose.
funnied me.
And this guy like just took it. He was like, yeah, that
I
dude,
wouldn't do any of that.
If I was in a brawl, I'd want that guy. No lie. Like he was throwing haymakers. Like,
I love that he just punched him in the face like 3 times, and he's like, "Hey!"
also, does blood not exist? Like just
Not in that movie.
in this universe, you know what I mean? Blood does not exist because motherfuckers were wailing at each other. They should have.
Doesn't after young Ben gets beat up by Dev, doesn't he get a little bit bloody?
His bruising.
He has bruising. So the only thing that happens
Okay.
is women get black eyes and spanked. Men get a little bit bruising, but no blood happens anyway.
And then they get drunk and have a great
That's how you
party.
keep a movie PG.
Oh.
That would probably be a decidedly contributing factor. Yes.
Oh.
It's probably how it was.
Did John Wayne do any movies that were rated R?
Rated R wasn't the thing.
Past.
Wait, really?
Past.
Yeah, there was nothing really. There wasn't a rating system until late in the game.
Oh.
Yeah, movie ratings is a.
But
It's
the
fairly
movie companies
recent.
knew they couldn't get a movie past stuff if it wasn't video.
Gotcha.
Like that's why in most westerns you don't get like the blood all over the place, or most of it's arrows that shoot
You don't
in the
see
back.
someone getting their neck
1968.
forked out
Yeah.
like in 310 to Yuma.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're now at the scene where they're inside of the house. They're playing chess, right? Because that's where it moves on afterwards. Or does something else happen?
I have him talking to Rebecca outside, and he's leaving Rebecca with nothing except for a small house.
Oh yeah, because she was worried about her mom and dad's marriage.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'm not leaving you shit, bitch. He's like, this shit's going to the natives. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna find somebody. And then she's like, Dad, I'm really hurt that you would think I'm a gold digger. I was just worried about you and Mom.
I was just worried about you and Mama.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, his daughter was pretty cute.
Yeah.
She's a good-looking woman.
I'd tap that.
Yeah.
Not now. She's probably dead now.
No,
so
she's still alive.
Is she?
Yeah.
I don't know.
His
I
wife
still
died. His
probably
wife
wouldn't
died.
have that.
McLintock's wife died in 2015 at the age of 95, and this trick is like
Maureen O'Hara?
his wife. McLintock's wife died in 2015, and
I don't have IMDb. My phone's over there.
and his daughter is still alive now. I think she's 60.
I don't know. Marina O'Hara is dead.
I don't think she's dead yet.
Hey, $20? $20? You want to bet some money on here?
I really want to.
Because I was
2015.
Oh
Marina
yeah,
O'Hara.
2015.
Wow. I missed that.
Age 95.
We need a moment of silence. Maureen O'Hara had a good career.
She was in movies in 2000.
Forever young.
If I could purchase that song and use it, I would.
Young forever.
There you go. She was quite the looker.
Sure, she looked like death. Yeah. Fuck, she looks like a character in Thriller. Sorry.
Well, I'm sad now.
Yeah, well, don't be.
I
You're
really
gonna die
thought she
too.
was still
One day.
alive.
Well, fucking do your research.
She'd be 115 if she was.
Damn!
Or no, 100. She'd be 100. Because she
What?
died in 2015.
Yeah, 100.
She'd be 100 years old.
Ugh.
Now we're at your chess scene. Junior's a huge tool. His banjo and dancing.
Well, I mean, is he really a like?
Junior has
look,
showed up with a
he's-
banjo. Let the
look.
measuring contest begin.
In high school, he's the dweeb I would have made fun of.
Really? Like, I look at it and it's just like this is such
Well,
like.
yeah, he's
This movie's so much fucking machismo, like to the point where it's like they're fucking idiots. Grown men don't need to be throwing fists. You know what I mean? Like, straight up. Like, that was... When I look at this, I'm like, okay, now I see why there's so many men, so many older men now in our generation that just want to fucking fight. And it's just like, oh, well, it's because these idiots literally thought that that's what a badass was. And women clearly liked it in this movie. Because it's like, I appreciate that dude learned how to play the banjo.
I wanted to beat him with it.
Why?
Beat him with it.
He was like, he wasn't an ass. Like, I don't know. I mean, I would rather hang out with him than the guy who's racist towards the Indian guy. You know what I mean? That dude was a tool.
Well, that was him.
That was his dad.
Yeah. That was his
dad.
That's Douglas Jr.'s dad.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, then you're right. He's a fucking tool. Sorry. I see what so many characters blend in.
Yes, they all
you know what I
blend.
mean? Like, so if you wouldn't have told me that,
if you weren't paying attention, it was an easy detail.
It's funny because he used to think Tiny Mouse was a. That's what I get for taking. That's what I get for taking it off of Do Not Disturb, because I took it off so I could like Google the whiskey, and here we are.
What about Tiny Mouse?
She thought Mr. Douglas was, or Mr. Douglas thought she was a good looker back in the day too, and then she spanked him.
Okay.
I'm lost as to what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking
Tiny
about.
Mouse, the Indian squaw.
Oh, the heavyset lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
She was like,
yeah.
John Wayne was like, she used to be quite the looker back in the day, and she was like, you used to think so too, Mr. Douglas, and slapped him on the ass.
Yeah.
Now my favorite sequence: shoot him, Daddy.
Oh, no, but there was more.
All right.
There was more before that.
Here's the part where I stopped taking notes because I had the same problem. This movie's far too long.
Okay.
And I don't care. Because I stopped caring about plot points that I didn't feel like were necessary.
Well, no, because he was like, okay, so before that, for the viewers, or the listeners, I should say. Well, no, because
we're about to get to the spanking part.
Well, before the spanking, at least the spanking, this dude was playing aggressive, because McLintock was like, yo, like, or was it his uncle, like, you need to be a little bit more aggressive if you want to go after this girl. And then the guy was like, hey, let me give you a ride home, because this dude's horse ran away. Carriage, yeah, because remember, the dude's horse ran away, and the guy was like, fucking pussy. Like, you know what I mean? Why'd you even let that happen? And so then he drives him off on the carriage, and then they're singing their little fruity little song over here, being a couple. And the dude's like, can you please shut the fuck up? And then
that's when he kicks the horse going.
Yeah, and I really feel bad for that horse, because it was like that horse had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? They're singing, he's getting pissed off, and he's like, fucking horse, and he whips it, and then he calls her a fucking harlot. Is that what he? Or was that what he calls her?
Trollop.
A trollop.
A trollop.
And then we get to your scene.
Then we get to my scene with there's shoot him, Daddy.
Shoot him, Daddy. He insulted me. If you love me, shoot him.
My honor.
At stake.
All right, I guess I'll shoot him.
He said it again. He said it and shot him.
I will say.
I went, oh shit.
That took me by surprise. And then in my head, I'm like, was this all a dream? Like, I thought like someone was gonna wake up like from a coma, because I was like, holy shit, someone just died.
I then decided that the second half of this movie was them being like, well, I shot him. And then now we have to get rid of the body or something.
Yeah, that was really unexpected. I will say that that's probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
Oh, it's funny. I busted up laughing.
Because it was so unexpected. And then
she's like, why'd you shoot him?
Yeah, he gets shot, he gets up.
Are you okay?
Yeah, and he's like, you stupid bitch.
Shot him with a blank. She shot him, now they're spanking. I'm so lost. What is happening? Wait, she's now frightened and yet very aroused.
Very, very aroused.
Are you gonna stand there while that mongrel spanks our daughter?
Is this the 50 Shades of Grey of Western movies?
Is this what's considered a romantic comedy?
Based on
in the
what
day, yes.
Based on what IMDb clarifies this movie as,
This is actually a little bit more taming of the shrew than conventional rom-com.
Based on the broad definitions on what they put at the headmast of IMDb, it says comedy, romance, western.
That's why that's why they didn't go that far. Western rom-coms.
It's a wom-com.
So I'm just going with what.
Come on, I tried really hard on that one. Can someone acknowledge it, please?
You tried.
Crickets.
You tried.
There
yes.
I would like to point out you didn't acknowledge my searches, and I had an entire page, and I watched a movie where I did all that. So I received no acknowledgement, so fuck you!
Oh.
Never mind.
No one acknowledged it also, Elijah.
That's fine. I didn't expect him to acknowledge it. I expected you to be irritated with me.
I ignored you.
All right.
I have 3 notes about that entire scene. McLintock stands up for the Indians.
They have the trial.
Yeah, they have the trial. That's where we talked about earlier.
And
Yeah,
then you would think that, like, what was the, like, honestly, for this whole entire movie, like, there should have been no point in having the Native Americans in there because
There's no point in a lot of this.
because it's like, you know, at some point, you know, it sounds like McLintock is they're making it like he's like the defender, like the spokesman, you know what I mean, like their hero, like
Right.
for him, and then kind of like I would have thought that like because they got the trial wrong, and because they failed the trial, and they were like, "Yo, we're gonna take you," or whatever. I thought they were gonna be like, "All right, well, I guess we're gonna have a war." And like, I thought McLintock was gonna be like, "Yo, this is my town. This shit ain't happening." But it was more like, "Oh yeah, whatever. I did what I could. Fuck it."
But that
That's
comes
literally
up
what
with
he
the
said.
plan, So.
I think at this
Well-
point in time, like, the United States had realized, oh, we completely screwed over people. So, like, Western movies were trying to stand up and be like, hey, we should have respected the Indians at this point.
Well, not
Or
the
the
way they
different-
did here. They fucking just picked him up and took him to
They're
a.
better than most, so.
They took him to
They
a fucking.
wanted to try to show.
Yeah, they fucking. What do you mean? You had a character who, he was just a drunk Indian. He was a whiskey, whiskey, whiskey. That's all I want. And then you made another Indian girl look like a whore when she was like, "Yeah, you fucked me when I was hot. Now I'm not." And then you had Native Americans lose a trial and then get moved to Fort Sill. Yeah, really good image, Tyler. They're really painting a great image of these Native Americans.
The key word here is they tried.
Well, they fucking
They weren't
failed.
shot.
It wasn't. It's still like way back in the
they
day.
weren't-
when
No,
we're-
they were shot off screen because they clearly lost the fight. All right?
They weren't scalping Indians.
Look,
That's what
they-
we all did.
Look, they were still super racist back at this point in time in history. But they tried. They failed, but they tried.
They gave it a good old college try.
No, the high school tried. High school tried.
What do you have on the trial?
Just they've been ordered to relocate, but they refuse and intend to fight.
Yeah, I have McLintock's plan. I don't know what it was. We've reached the last 4 notes I have,
Yeah.
and they're all broad.
So
No,
yeah, well-
his plan was apparently they had, because they came in on a military train, or there was this cache of this boxcar full of
ammunition and rifles.
of guns and ammo. Yes,
And Bunny.
that Bunny somehow was gonna open.
We didn't really talk about Bunny.
Yeah, Bunny, the local hobo.
Yeah, the fucking drunk.
The local
was a hobo.
drunk homeless hobo. Yeah.
Does McLintock give him the idea to open that up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then why does McLintock why is he a dick to him then when like
He's not.
the Indians
not,
were
he's paying
He's
for
not.
it.
Everybody else is a dick to Bunny.
Oh.
McLintock is like, here, Drago, give him this money.
Yeah. He
And
keeps
Bunny's
giving
like,
Bunny
hey,
money.
thanks.
Yeah.
And Drago's like, why do you pay that guy? Why do you give him money? He's just a useless lump of asshole. And Drago is...
he's
I mean,
a
and don't get me wrong.
Drago is the ramrod around here.
And don't get me wrong. I think Drago is pretty great. I like him in this movie more often than I don't like him in this movie.
Drago.
But I think that is intended to paint McLintock as this fair-minded, even-handed holder up of the downtrodden
Yeah.
that he may or may not actually be. But
Well, I mean,
and realistically, at every time he is given an opportunity to directly, like any time that somebody comes into his sphere, that he has the opportunity to directly improve their situation,
he tries.
he does. Like, not only does he give Dev a job, he employs Dev's mom.
Because of the
He
biscuits.
gives her a job.
He's got a few choice words about her biscuits.
I really took biscuits as euphemism.
Well, they're good.
All I'm saying is I assume McLintock was fucking a lot of bitches. All right. Does it matter? Not really.
I mean,
Not with
it is-
Katie around.
It would be foolish to think that him being the bull goose of the town.
Bull goose?
Yeah.
He was the head honcho. The alpha
Can you
man.
draw me a bull goose?
I'll try.
Of the town, him being the boss of the town, and his wife being off, finagling, diddling, who knows what, with the governor.
The mayor.
Yeah.
Ooh, the governor. Yeah,
With
it was
the
the governor.
governor.
That's what I'm saying.
diddled
Like,
the
I'm
governor.
pretty sure she was fucking doing her own business. She was getting finger popped left and right.
So it is illogical to think that he's not on speaking terms with all the burlesque ladies.
Instead of Mary Poppins, she was Finger Poppins.
It's naive to think
That he wasn't.
that McLintock was nothing but
Clinic.
he was a paragon of marital virtue in this situation. It is
Especially with the
it
nines
is
drunk.
logically inconsistent to assume that. Was he randomly plowing every lady that came within reach? No, because he treats Dev's mom very fairly, very nicely.
Yeah.
He does not. I don't think he's opposed to the idea. Like if she had been.
If he was drinking more whiskey.
Well, I think
It gets him frisky.
if Katie hadn't shown up.
Whiskey, get some frisky.
My favorite part is Lewis says something, and then Tyler tries to come up with something clever on top of that. It's been really entertaining couple of minutes. You're like his slogan writer.
I've not realized that's what I've been doing, but okay.
If Katie hadn't shown up, I wouldn't say. But at the same time, he's married, so it's not like he can make an honest woman of her. It's not like he can marry her. He can keep her employed as the cook.
Yeah.
He can bang the cook.
Yeah, he could.
But he can't marry the cook
What's
because
that
he's
banging
already
downstairs?
married.
doesn't-
Sounds like it's the pot and pans.
Well, he doesn't.
Well, no, that's just John Wayne and the cook.
They're just making biscuits down there. He's giving her the good old secret recipe.
The secret sauce.
What he's doing, he's plowing the dough.
Gotta beat it.
Yeah, he's fucking. You know what I mean?
You don't want firm biscuits.
Why does this biscuit look like a mushroom?
Why does it smell like sex in here? Shut up and eat your goddamn biscuits. All right, Becca?
But these biscuits taste funny.
They look like mushrooms.
Mom.
All right. But where were we in this movie now?
Mrs. Warren is going to marry the sheriff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, now he comes home late. He's been drinking with Mrs. Warren, who wants to talk to him.
You guys forgot, he threw his fucking hat. He threw his hat when he came home, and his wife was happy. And then he's like, yo, this has got to be a world record. I've done it
209 times.
Is that what he
That
said?
was near the end.
That is near the end.
At
I thought
the
we were at
end. At the end is
At the end,
210.
it was 210 because it ends with him throwing the hat and
Well-
the wife says something.
No. Before that,
110.
no. Before that,
Or
when he
310 or
comes,
whatever.
when he's before he gets. I thought we were. Does he do it again?
Yes, at the very so like
'Cause I remember-
we got another spanking to go through.
Because I remember him coming home, throwing it in the air, and then talk to his wife. He's like, "Hey, let's talk," and she's excited. And then his house lady's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you."
Yeah, that's them. Yeah. So
Yeah.
he probably threw the
Sure,
hat. but he didn't count
Mrs.
it.
Warren.
No,
No,
he
he does count.
He
it.
does
That's-
count.
And then there's one more because we haven't gotten to the 4th of July yet.
Oh, okay.
There's still another day. We haven't. We have to go on for another 45 flipping minutes.
We haven't done the final spanking.
We haven't gotten past the final half hour.
It's the final
It's
Oh God.
The final spanking.
This movie's so long.
I haven't heard Ken yell at the podcast for so long, and it makes me happy.
I'm not saying that it is implausible that Tony Stark figured it out. That does not bother me. What bothers me is that the guys who were living with this technology 8 hours a day, at least 5 days a week,
couldn't even begin.
But they weren't gonna die. You know what I mean?
No.
They weren't gonna die.
Yeah, because every time I'm gonna die, magical knowledge pops into my head and I learn how to do things that I couldn't have even imagined how to do before. That's bullshit. Come on.
The movie. It's the movie. Either way, they should have died. All I'm saying is, from falling down those stairs as many times as they did, necks should have been broken. No lie. And then also, like, did she not realize... It looks like she was sitting on his dick. You know what I mean? She's like, hey, I'm getting married. You know what I mean? And she's like, well, you know, you are sitting on this dude's junk. You should probably get off.
So the Indians break out, and Catherine gets tarred and feathered.
Molasses and feather.
Molasses and feather. Yeah, not tarred. That would be horrible.
Not gonna lie, I fell asleep. Right there. I fell asleep for 5 minutes. I woke up and I was like, what's this? I'm like, why is she tarred and feathered? Or I stopped paying attention. It's one of those things where I either blanked out, because I know it wasn't long.
You missed old Moe swallowing an egg!
Yeah, so before that, they had the race.
Disqualified.
They had the race. The governor comes back and he talks to McLintock's wife and he's like, hey, did you tell your man about shit that's going on? And, you know...
Were the fact that we've been banging for...
Yeah. You know what
Heaven
I mean?
only knows how long?
She's like, oh, don't worry, your reputation isn't ruined. She's like, I've been finger popped by many guys before. You know what I mean? I'm hot, my husband's hot. We getting bitches left and right. You know, that's basically what she was saying.
Sounds like a bad rap.
Because that's literally what she was saying. She's like, oh, I know my husband gets ladies thrown at him, and I know fellas want to dick me down. It's okay. You do your thing, I do mine, and then he gets...
dick me down.
Well, yeah. You never heard that saying?
You've never been dicked down, Elisha?
Well, I don't know if you want to
dicked up.
I was not dicked down. I'm like, Tyler, do I not know something that you do?
Maybe dicked around.
I may have Bill Cosby'd you in Ark. I don't know.
And then...
My character's lady.
And then...
Exactly.
I got confused because it seemed like I thought the governor was outside of where they were racing, but it seems like... I thought he was outside of the track because I thought she was outside of the track, but yet
they made the track.
It was a rally race, so it was through the town. So they came back around and were in the.
Okay,
they came back through
that
the
explains
town.
a lot of it because I was like, how did he get egg on his face when like it looked like he was outside? Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. So then, yeah, he gets egged, and then she's like, you know, they're all talking, and then that's when that scene happens where.
Okay.
The guy goes frees the.
That was a mental note for me as to when I woke up.
Yeah. So they free everything up with the guns. The Injuns come in, start shooting up the place, and then she gets molasses and feathered. Mm-hmm. And then we find out that McLintock's daughter was fucking getting tongued down by the other dude in the fucking haystack.
I love it. Yep. I think they're gone. Yeah, they are.
And then it was really quick. Like she either must have really been saving herself for marriage, or this dude has such good game that like within 48 hours she was like, I don't want to be with this guy. I'm engaged to this guy.
She also learned he was hung like a fucking horse.
Was he? Did he
I
say
don't
that?
No.
I just made it up.
That was plot.
Oh, it's because she subconsciously knew that was John Wayne's real life son, and she was like, that dude's fucking hung. He's hung like my daddy.
You're not my dad.
You're nothing like my dad.
When was that episode? That was forever ago. That makes me happy that came back.
That's the only joke that we make from that movie.
He whipped out his Duke.
He gave him the David Bowie treatment.
What kind of family is this?
Oh yeah.
What family are we talking about?
I don't know.
No, McLintock. Because remember, then he goes back. She goes back to the house. She's getting changed, and McLintock's like, he gets that pep talk where the guy was like, "Yo, my dad said stop talking to women sternly and beat the shit out of them because they gotta learn." And then McLintock goes in there and fucking breaks the door down, starts chasing her around, and their shitty craftsmanship because she falls down the fucking balcony, and then he starts he could have fucking caught her. Straight up. He should have just ran. Like, that whole scene, that whole chase scene, I literally sped through it because I got so annoyed after. I was like, what the fuck is going on? This shit should have done.
seen John Wayne run in any of his movies.
Well, because he had fucking 50 pounds of fucking shit in his stomach. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't going to be able to run it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeehaw.
And then what? He grabs her, he spanks her, movie's over.
He spanks her.
Now get your divorce. And she's like, no, I won't.
Yeah.
And then that's when the hat ends up back on the thing again.
Yes.
110. 310.
So...
There's got to be a record.
810. But 910.
And so then...
Something 10.
Well, yeah, because
Gave her the McLintock and then it moved along.
Because it seems to me that, like, in the beginning... Part of the beginning when, like, the housemaid is talking to the wife, she's like, hey, we need to talk. Because she's like... I know that, you know, you're just mad at him for no reason. That's what that woman was saying, you know what I mean?
Right.
You're just giving the old fucking, you know, letting him be mad, but you gotta stop. And it's just like, well, what is it then? You know what I mean? Like, so is it just that, like, it's cool that they both just fuck other people and they stay married? Or was she mad that, you know, or did she step out on him because of that lipstick? Or is he just, you know what I mean? That's what, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. And John Wayne, if you could just
What's it matter?
It just... I watched 2 hours of it to not know why. That's why I fucking watch so goddamn much of this goddamn movie.
Okay, so
My head's about to explode. This movie...
Robot punches.
Fucking
Lewis,
zero.
Lewis
Fucking goddamn zero. This movie was so goddamn long, it made me so mad. I don't understand why it's people's fucking favorite, alright? This movie, at most, gets a 1. A 1, alright? Fucking give me the goddamn answer, someone. What happened?
I'm confused. Is it a 0 or is it a 1?
It's
a half.
It's a half.
Yeah,
There we
give it
go.
a half.
Okay.
You break the difference in what the says.
Okay.
Do you want to go?
I'll go next.
Oh god, this is all over the place. I'm gonna have to and add it and the names are
Never
gonna be
do it in
everywhere.
a circle.
Yeah. We never do.
No, we do, because I put Elijah, then I put Ken,
Well,
then
now
I
you
put
gotta put Lewis
then I
first.
put Tyler.
All right, Ken,
now
you're
it's
up.
gonna be Lewis and Tyler and Elijah and I said my name twice.
So you're gonna do it twice?
Yep, I'm in there twice now.
Alright, Ken, your turn.
2 robot punches. I definitely laughed out loud at some stuff in this movie. It's not without its funny moments, but there are a bunch of bits that drag on too long. The brawl where everybody's sliding down into the mud, that scene is twice as long as it should be. It way overstays its welcome. At the end of the movie, when everybody's drunk and they're trying to go up the stairs and John Wayne keeps pulling them down the stairs, the third time, there again, that's a joke that gets beat. Like the first time it was funny. The second time it was not funny. The third time it was like, you're wasting my time.
They should have died. They should have died. They should have had their necks broken. Movie over.
And there's a bunch of time wasting stuff in this movie where you have them going out of their way to like let's take it doesn't matter. We don't need to see the Junior and Becky diddling each other in the back of the carriage while Dev is driving.
I wouldn't have minded diddle Becky.
And then he takes off. Like,
yeah.
We don't need that. The whole 4th of July, all that racing that happens, I don't care. I don't need to see it. Don't show to me. This movie is too long.
The whole just Native American part just didn't even need to be part of it.
I thought the Native American subplot was the most interesting part of this movie.
But that's the thing. Like, I don't know.
Like there the party parts and the race I never saw and.
Yeah, because you slept. So
you
didn't miss a thing.
The chase. That's what I.
I
opened my eyes and I went. I was asleep for like 5 minutes.
Like I said, the only thing.
I'm not rewinding.
Like the only thing you missed about that race scene was finding out that McLintock's wife is also. You know what I mean?
Well, I saw the guy what she's suggesting. Yeah, I assumed that from the beginning.
So. But
and then it was like I would have I'd cut all that and I'd cut like some of the steer stuff. I'd cut out some of like the Douglas is an evil villain type of thing. I don't need that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This movie is an hour and a half too long. This could have been like a fucking episode of The Simpsons. I would have gotten, you know what I mean? Like 27 minutes, baby, fucking commercial free. I would have gotten the whole storyline right there and then.
John Wayne's daughter looks an awful lot like John Wayne, where his son does not look anything like John Wayne.
No, I can see the resemblance.
No, the real life one.
Yeah, no, that's the little
And he
girl.
looks like John Wayne?
Yeah.
No.
Bro, they've got the same smile. Look at the chin and the smile. Look at the tips of the nose, bro. Look at the hair follicles.
Anyway, Patrick Wayne and John Wayne were really good in this movie. I gotta give them the credit there.
Yes.
I liked Becky. I thought she was fun. The wife, uninteresting to me.
Current Becky, I would not diddle. Just
I'm
throwing
not
it out
saying that. I'm saying that.
Well, she's
You shouldn't be diddling anybody.
she's a 70-year-old woman.
there. She goes should be celibate.
the scene,
Should
the
not
scene with the
procreate.
gun was made me laugh so hard. I did rewind it to watch it again because I saw him shoot him.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, did he get shot? And then I rewound it and I was like, before continuing, and I rewound it, watched that again.
God bless you.
Bless you.
And I thought that was hilarious. I did like the Indian plot. I just thought that it like I wanted things answered that weren't answered.
Yeah.
I wanted stuff to mean something that was said earlier that never meant anything.
Yeah.
So I was paying attention to stuff and thinking it would come back that it never does. The movie just doesn't have a story. It's I was just like, okay, this zero story. It's this guy. It's like Seinfeld in the way I want to put it. I hate Seinfeld for this reason because there's no story.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, and it's even the whole point of the movie of McLintock and Kate getting back together, or not getting back together, is kind of unresolved because he said, "Get your divorce." It seems like he's now willing to to divorce, and now she doesn't want to anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, wait, what?
I
Like
don't.
even that is unresolved.
after the spanking, she was aroused. That's what happens here in the McLintock movie. People get spanked, and they were like, "Ooh."
So after getting my frustrations out,
I don't want to know that.
Yes.
After this.
I think I would give this movie a 2. Well, because
It keeps rising.
I get so frustrated, but then I think
It's
about
like fine wine, Elijah.
Well, no, it's not a fine wine because after getting the frustration, like I think about how much fun watching it with my wife it was because she's had such good memories about it that she was laughing and kind of kept me like involved in it. So like individually, this movie doesn't sit well with me, but watching it with a group of people, this movie's actually decently entertaining because. You know, like if you have someone who has great memories, you know what I mean, they can tell you more about it, and you can just rip it a new one. So
With them while
Yes.
you're there.
yes,
This had parts of things. This had stuff I wanted to go in other movies. I was like, okay, this movie has the things I want, but I want it over here. So this movie is disjointed. That is my problem with it. But I gave it a 3. I liked it enough. I was like, okay, this is fine.
yeah,
Like it had the pieces of like it had the amount of John Wayne I wanted to have in The Long Way Home that I didn't get. It had that was the charismatic John Wayne that I got in McLintock that I wanted in The Long Way Home.
yeah.
And it was much better acted. And then I was like, okay, I have to give that a star just because I watched this and it was fun. It had its moments where it was fun, but then I was like, this movie's long. That's why it kept losing points for me. I was like, this needs to end, this needs to end, this needs to end. Because I've watched disjointed movies where nothing means anything all the time. Most 90% of horror movies. I just watched a horror movie the other day that was like that. It's garbage.
Well, now you're done because it's fucking Christmas time.
Not true.
You are done.
It's not Christmas
Not
time
true.
yet.
I still watch a lot of stuff.
Thanksgiving is past, Lewis. It's now Christmas time.
Thanks, Soup Guy. Go.
Soup guy. I just had a conversation with someone about that today. While this is entertaining, it is not my favorite John Wayne movie. I'm also going to give it a 3. I love screaming "Hiya!" people all the time. But not my favorite John Wayne movie. Probably because I've seen it a bazillion freaking times.
I feel like that's the opposite. Not my favorite John Wayne movie, but I've seen it a bajillion times.
Because it's always on TV.
Wouldn't it be your favorite movie if you've seen it that many times?
If it's on
That's
cable,
like saying, hey,
Say,
I
look,
don't like to eat ass, but I eat it every day.
The Searchers is my favorite John Wayne movie because I own that movie.
I got
and
you.
I'm like, I want to watch The Searchers today. Pop in the DVD and away I go. McLintock is on TV.
So, like, if it's, like, on the channel, if there's nothing to watch, you're like, oh,
I'm like,
this
hey,
is
there's
on.
a John Wayne movie. Ah, it's McLintock. All right, I'll watch it.
Gotcha. And
John Wayne
McLintick.
movie.
Okay, get it right.
Big Maclaughn.
It's McConaughey.
But,
It's McConaughey, actually.
I'm going to give it a 3.
All right.
All right. Actually, you know what, guys?
right.
I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the highest rated movie I've ever picked. You guys really dig into the other ones I picked. This is probably the highest rated
Don't
one
worry,
I've done
Lewis.
so far.
We picked Marvel movies that we've liked.
No, I think this is the highest one you guys
Untrue.
liked.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, I like
Don't
more.
worry. There's a 50% chance at the end of this podcast that the next movie I pick could be the worst one.
Oh, he's got 2 movies. But anyway.
Wait, what?
I need Ken to do a coin toss. There's a 50% chance.
Um,
We'll get to it.
But first I want to say thank you all for doing this for me. It was very nice of all of you to take a month and do this for... We're celebrating my grandfather. He passed away in October. So I just want to say thank you all for doing this. John Wayne was his favorite actor. I could swear I've seen parts of this movie because McLintock was probably on.
All the time.
There was a John... Whenever I went to his house as a Western.
I can see, like, after seeing some of these movies, I can see why John Wayne is such a favorite for the older generation. You know what I mean? One, he's made a shit ton of it, but like, two, like, most of his movies are relatively wholesome with, you know, an action pack. Like, I don't think I've seen any movie where he's cursed at all. You know what I mean? Where there's been a curse scene or a sex scene or like anything where, like, you know, like John Wayne, I think, is a man's man in a sense of, like, the dude, he's not even jacked. You know what I mean? Like, he's not what you would consider the star of what a movie, like an action
He's
star.
not
what
The
is
Rock.
now. Exactly. He's, you know what I mean? He's better than The Rock because he's literally just the average guy, which I think I have more of appreciation of John Wayne now is seeing it. It's like, oh yeah, like he's more of a relatable character in that sense instead of me being like, oh yeah, like I gotta hit the gym 24/7 to be The Rock or somebody else.
How many robot punches would you give John Wayne specifically?
John Wayne? Probably a 3. Like, I don't hate him. I don't really love him.
That's fair.
He ends up with a solid 4.
You know what I mean? But I think the dude, like, what you said and I read more about, like, I think it's nice that the man admitted that, you know, yes, he did dodge the draft and that was one of his biggest regrets. But at the same time, I mean, if I had a chance to be in Hollywood and expand my career and become richer in wealth and be immortalized, would I do that or would I go to war? Fuck, bro, I'd fucking go to Hollywood right now.
Would I go somewhere where I could potentially die?
Well, no, I mean, like, it's just so many things, like, you know, and it's an admirable thing to admit that, hey, listen, I was selfish, I regret it, so here, let me give back to what I couldn't do, which I think is awesome. And then, you know, to solidify yourself as, like, when you think of John Wayne, you think of cowboys, you know what I mean? Like, when you say like, who else comes to mind? You know what I mean? Other than Clint Eastwood, John Wayne, and Sean Connery.
Russell Crowe.
No.
You know. So.
Maybe Sam Elliott.
But
Sam Elliott's good.
but you know what I mean?
But
like I have a more
first
respect for John Wayne than I ever did.
The first person that comes to my mind is John Wayne.
Christian Bale.
I would like to share a quick story really quick.
Okay.
Maybe most of you guys probably won't find this funny. I think it's hilarious. Fuck you.
No, I'm trying.
I'll get my thing clapped already.
So,
I'm getting.
my dad has a cardboard cutout of John Wayne.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
The first day he brought it home, he went to work the next day, and he came home, and my mom thought it would be hilarious to lay in the bed with the John Wayne cardboard cutout in the bed. Mm-hmm. And my dad said to me, he goes, came home today, I found John Wayne in bed with your mother. I don't know if he's like, I don't know if I should be upset or proud.
Well, I mean, there's just, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's certain dudes that in your life that you would just let, you know, get fucked by your wife or, you know, your mom. I told my wife many times that, you know, I wouldn't mind if Sean Connery boinged my mom. And sadly, since he's passed away, that dream will never come true. But maybe in the afterlife, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
There's always the chance.
There's always a chance. I wouldn't mind being Eskimo Brothers with fucking Brad Pitt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know? So, sorry, honey. I love you. But
Eskimo Brothers, Brad Pitt.
you know, that's something to brag about. My wife's hot enough to fucking Brad Pitt want her. You know what I mean? That's something to brag about. That's something you talk about at the dinner table.
You know,
Something
I
about
fucked
the dinner table.
Brad Pitt the other day.
Yo, guys, I gotta tell you something. This is the fucking most awesome thing ever. My wife, she fucked Brad Pitt.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, if your lady got Brad Pitt and she chose you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're fucking doing something right.
Congratulations, Lewis.
So, but, honey, you can get any guy you want. Just saying.
I like the Brad Pitt choice.
It's a good choice.
Never once have I heard Liz mention Brad Pitt. But yeah, thank you all. So, next month we move to Christmas. Tyler.
Ken, would you like to do a coin toss?
Oh, sure. Are we addressing the?
We'll get it. Yeah.
What's
Our,
the...
So,
we're
I want to get this out of the way,
He's
just
doing
because it's a good fun thing to choose from.
What?
So I have two movies.
Okay.
One of them is going to be god awful.
Okay.
The other one is a
everyone's
classic.
seen.
I'm sure everyone here has seen.
I mean, you guys already know which movie I'm picking for Christmas.
It's the Christmas Chronicles 2.
Fuck yes.
We were praying.
That's what everybody at this table
As
is
soon as I
hoping.
saw that on Netflix, I was like, fuck yeah, baby. This movie's getting on here.
That's what
So-
everybody at this table was hoping.
The other day, I
want
don't know
more
what
dead
prompted
parents.
it, but I can't remember what prompted it because of my dementia and all. But I threatened Ken with a very poor choice of Christmas movie, so I literally typed in Google "worst Christmas movies ever."
Is it Christmas with the Cranks?
Worse. I looked up and found Santa Claus with Muscles, starring the one and only Hulk Hogan.
Oh, God. Yes. Yes. Shut up.
So,
yes, that's the
this
answer. That is your answer.
Versus Christmas Vacation.
No. Bro, fucking Hulk Hogan, baby. Hulkamania. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, let's do
Don't
this.
even flip the
Elijah?
goddamn coin.
I vote the one I haven't seen, which is Santa Claus and Muscles.
All right, Ken. You're doomed. It's gonna be Santa Claus with Muscles.
all right.
Hulkamania, baby.
All right.
I've read this plot synopsis for this movie, and I watched the trailer. Neither match up.
It's great. That's
It's
great.
on Vudu for free.
It's
thank you.
also 100% on YouTube for
Tubi.
free because it's that poor
Tubi.
of that poor of a movie.
All right.
Sorry, not Vudu.
I looked it up just earlier today, in fact.
I found it on YouTube.
That's perfect.
Whole thing's
I
on
have
there.
it on my
You
plate.
type in Santa Claus with
So-
Muscles, first thing, free.
So Tyler's movie is Santa with Muscles.
Yes.
Then second week it's yours.
And Lewis is picking Christmas Chronicles
Yes,
too.
of course. You kidding me? I saw it, and that's the movie
Awesome,
I'm going
because
for.
I was worried that I was gonna have to pick it. So that means I can pick Santa Claus the movie, which is free on Peacock.
Okay.
Dudley Moore one?
Yes.
Oh,
Wait,
good.
is
I bought
Pe-
that last year when
Hey,
we were
wait,
supposed to do it.
is Peacock free?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Peacock's free.
Yeah.
Just
You
don't-
just have to sign up.
Yeah, all
it's
you have
on
to
the,
sign
it's on
up.
the
They
PS4.
have a premium package. Don't
Okay.
do it.
Okay.
The free version's just fine. If they have a feather in the corner, that means you have to pay for it. So don't do that.
Got it.
Yeah, but it's free.
But that
I
one's
started
free.
watching it.
Yeah.
It's free.
And mine is Anna and the Apocalypse.
Ooh, I'm excited.
It's a Christmas movie?
Christmas zombie musical.
Oh, this is gonna be a great month.
Oh dear, is that free anywhere?
Amazon, and I have the DVD.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
I'm digging it.
So there you go, everybody. That's
Those are
gonna
also-
be our
movies.
that's gonna
also-
be our Christmas movie lineup.
I have already selected some songs. We're gonna do our Christmas thing again.
Okay.
I will put F. What was that for?
It's just
He
It
just
was
came.
beautiful
it's
last
gonna
year.
be great.
Sigh.
Lewis sang like a motherfucking angel.
Thank you. Just like my middle name.
One of our songs will be Why I'm Sick.
Motherfucking.
No, Angel. That was good. That was good. That was good.
So
Louis,
yes,
motherfucking Angel Ortiz.
Motherfucker Jones.
but yeah, I don't really have anything else to talk about.
Well, we are an hour and 21 minutes in.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah,
be done.
it's-
If you have questions on our ARC stuff, you just ask it in the comments, and there we go.
Find us on our own.
Why am I opening this?
Don't know.
Anyways, hey, it's that time of night.
It's that time of night. It's that time of night. It's that time of night. It's that time of night.
It's that time of night to go to our
It's
website,
that
www.thepostmanpodcast.com. Email us, thepostmanpodcast@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter, @thepostmanpod. Instagram, The Postman Podcast. Facebook, The Postman Podcast. Letterboxd, The Posterman Pod, and we are on Patreon. You can find us at The Posterman Podcast, and on YouTube, The Posterman.
And OnlyFans. The Posterman.
It's that time of night. It's that time of night. It was that time of night. It was that time of night.
And don't forget to use our promotional code on Amazon. We don't have Juan.
And don't forget to check out our Black Friday specials. It is Cherry Cruise is coming to your house. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
For my rifle, my pony, and